Everybody, welcome back. This is Brad from the band The National Pool, and we're going to do another gear review today. Today we're looking at... Did you like that? No, you can't see it. We're looking at the Epiphone PR-150, and the model I have is the PR-150N. And unfortunately, this is going to be a mostly negative review. Even more so negative once I just looked at the current price. So this thing, it's just an acoustic guitar here. I paid $100 for this thing at Guitar Center. And a lot of problems with it right out the box. And unfortunately, I was too lazy to go back and return it. I think at the time I just wasn't driving that much and just didn't feel like it. I just kind of figured, oh, it's got some problems, I'll work around it. And so far I have, and it's not bad, but I just looked at the price online, and unless they've changed this or updated it, or if the models I'm looking at are different, it's now like $160. So I might have caught it on a sale. This thing's not worth $160, barely worth $100. So it's an Epiphone, and my gripes with it here, straight out of the box. And so this thing's made in Indonesia. It does say that it was inspected by number 13 or somebody. So right there, I did not do this. This is how it came right out of the box. And I didn't realize it until I got home, and I didn't feel like driving all the way back out, and then weeks passed, and then just didn't get around to it. So, as if that wasn't bad enough, there's also, several frets on here are just buzzing. They just won't work. 12th fret on the E string. Let's see what else. That one's not great. That's the 14th fret on the G string. A lot of fret buzzing, piss poorly made. Really, it is. Luckily, I'm not reaching for solos up that high on this acoustic, so that's why I just rationalized it. I was like, I don't feel like going back out to Guitar Center, so. And it was only $100, and that's part of the reasoning why, sometimes buying stuff like what I try to do for $100, sometimes that works out, sometimes it doesn't. But if you need a cheap acoustic, there's no way I would pay $160 for this. There's got to be a better brand that'll do the job for you. But it's got a deep-ish kind of sound. I wish it were a little bit deeper. I don't even know if I can even get into specifics about tone and that sort of thing. I know it's not really what I would like in a guitar. I don't really feel like getting a Martin. And honestly, I feel like getting a Martin. I don't feel like paying the money to get a Martin. But the last time I was actually playing some Martins at a Guitar Center, this is by no means an endorsement for Guitar Center because I do not like them. But last time I was there, I tried a lot of different stuff, and I was kind of ready to buy one, but nothing really just kind of hit me, struck a chord with me. I need something with a really deep, rich tone. I love Hayden. I really love his guitar tones of really just kind of just chord stuff. No real solos, just playing some chords and strumming, that kind of thing. I'll usually do acoustic guitar as more of a background instrument, just to kind of push a song along throughout the second verse, or even just a great starting point to write songs from, without any of the extra frills of electric and fiddling with knobs. So I'm just sitting down with an acoustic trying to write some songs, just keep it super simple. And so that's what I was hoping to do with this, and I guess it does that okay. It's an acoustic guitar that will play some notes, not all of the notes. I don't know, again, I'm not really a fan of Epiphone. I'm more of a Fender guy, or Gibson. I guess Epiphone is their kind of Squire type model. Shout out to Garrett, a relative of mine. I played his Fender, don't know if it was a Squire or not, but an acoustic last night sounded great, so I probably should have gone with that. I think I went with this one because of the price. I think the Fenders that I was looking at were probably $160, which is, I guess, what this is going for, and I just figured, $100, You know, I'll get it. What could possibly go wrong? But with all that said, and this is by no means an endorsement of this guitar here, I don't plan on getting a new acoustic soon until I can find the right one that kind of matches my tone. So know that this wasn't really an in-depth review. I just kind of griped about this thing. It's got a pick guard and you put the strings on it. Like, I don't know. I think I forgot where I heard it from, but somebody said, you know, like I try to take this point of view of like, I don't look at it like a guitar. For me, it's like a hammer. It just kind of gets a job done. And for me, that's what this thing does. For $100, I would not pay $160. Epiphone, drop the price, put that thing back on sale. Or at the very least, if it didn't come, like, I mean, like, I'll get a real up close on there for you. Like, look at that. Like, that on a brand new guitar, like, and I think actually when I was there at the Guitar Center, I went out in the parking lot and exchanged the first one I got. So I think that this, if I recall correctly, it was a couple, 4 years ago, I think. This was like the second model that I had them pull out of the back. So I don't know if they just had a bad batch or something, or Indonesia. I know a lot of stuff, I think some Fender Squires now, I just learned yesterday, played one that was made in Indonesia. So maybe that's the hot spot for luthiers these days. I hope I'm using that term correctly. Anyway, Epiphone PR-150 I is the one I got. Made in Indonesia, retails for $160. Don't pay it, get something else. And that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, give it a thumbs up. We'll see you guys next time.